Hello and welcome to Sports Talk. I'm your host, DeLisa. I have a special guest in my studio, Mr. Kenny Dickerson.
I'm glad to be here.
Great. It's good to have you here, Mr. Dickerson. Today we're going to do a little bit of talking about the Steelers. Isn't that a team that's near and dear to your heart?
Hey, I'm still a fan, true blue and all the way through.
All right. I was brought on as a fan by my boyfriend 20 some odd years ago. And my sister actually worked with a company up in Cleveland that gave away free tickets to a game a few years back, and she gave them to my boyfriend and his son so that they could actually enjoy a weekend out. That was pretty nice. I wish she had those tickets again.
Well, to the Steelers?
Yes, to the Steelers. Yeah, she was a diehard Steelers fan.
Great.
Yeah. So, what do you think about the Steelers this year?
I think the Steelers are going to be more improved, even though, they were 13-3 last year. So I believe that they're going to be more improved in the fact that they'll go further than they did. They sputtered at the end. Quarterback, then, everybody want to get rid of him, but I still think he has a little bit left in the tank. And they were getting old on the offensive line. A lot of the linemen are gone this year, so with the new infusion of blood in the offensive line, I really think that they're going to have a better running game so it doesn't have to fall on Ben to take them all the way. But I truly believe that they're going to go further than they did last year.
Dumps it off. Johnson being bounced right into Marcus Lawrence, and a timeout's called by Pittsburgh.
Well, and you're talking about Ben Roethlisberger?
Yes.
Isn't he getting a bit old?
Yeah, in football age, Joe, but still, Aaron Rodgers is close to his age, and Tom Brady's older than he is. So, So quarterbacks are getting older. So it's just how you put your preference talking about old.
I tell you, look at that right there. Is it fourth round, Jim, or is it?
I got him fourth round out of Oklahoma. Boy, he grabs his knee.
Ooh. Do you see any of that new blood becoming the new Roethlisberger?
No. I do believe that they do not have the future quarterback on staff right now. A lot of people think that Dwayne Haskins is going to be the future. Although he's good, I don't think he's going to be the future. I still think we need to look elsewhere in the draft coming up or grab someone who's already in the NFL right now. But I don't believe that the quarterback of the future is on the team right now.
All right. Well, that's an interesting take on that. Okay. I have not seen the newest blood, so hopefully I'll catch up on that here soon.
You will, because they play a lot on TV here in Columbus, and they'll be in the playoffs. So trust me, you'll see a lot of them.
How many rings do they have now?
They have 6. They're working on 7.
Do you think they'll pull that off this year?
I'm hoping they'll pull it off. I'm very optimistic. I'm very optimistic because, like I said, I think that they're going to improve their run game. I think their line is improved. And they still have a top 3 defense. A defense will carry you all the way to the Super Bowl. Defense wins championships. And they had a lot of injuries on the defense last year. And that also, accounted for them falling off at the end. And they have a lot of backups, a lot of seasoned backups now. I think they'll be able to take care of themselves this year.
They play the Browns. We're here in the Buckeye State. What do you think about the Browns?
Well, my dad always tried to make me a Browns fan because he's a lifelong Brown fan to the day he died. And, we always, had battles going back and forth. And I naturally didn't like the Browns. But I'm a football fan first and foremost. And I truly believe the Browns has what it takes to win it this year. It's just, can they do it? You know, they do have the team to win a Super Bowl. They really do. I'm gonna be honest, but you know, it's just the Browns, the mistake by the lake. Every time they get close, you know, it's the fumble, interception, something that takes them out of their game where they can't go over the top. So, can they do it? Yes, but do I think they're gonna do it now?
Oh, that's cold. That's cold. Oh, all right. I'm not a Browns fan, so I'm a Steelers fan.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And then, of course, you know, we're in the Buckeye State, and when it comes to college football, you know, we have to say that team up north. No, I'm a diehard Michigan fan.
Okay.
Too. So, in the college ring.
This low line drive fielded by Jabril Peppers. Here he goes. Jabril Peppers.
Speaking of the college ring, Urban Myers used to be this Buckeye State's wonderful coach. He was pretty good, too.
Pretty good.
Yeah. He went to, Florida, the Jacksonville Jaguars? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. And I heard that he just had a stunning loss of his team to the team that he grew up worshiping. Isn't that just ironic?
It's very ironic, but it's preseason, so, you know, it really doesn't count. But I guess it counts to him personally, but in the standings, it doesn't count. But it's just preseason.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for him to, you know, I think it might bring him down and make him humble, you know, more so than he was. Maybe he'll think twice now about being so cocky with these wins that he's had. And he's had a lot.
Well, it's much easier when you're in a college game. He's going to find out, just like Nick Saban did, and just like the other coach used to be in, I can't think of his name right now. But anyway, coaching the NFL is much different than coaching in college. Because college, you are controlling everything. In the pros, you got guys who are younger than you, who's making more money than you. So Steve Spurrier, that's the name. Steve Spurrier, he tried it. You know, he got all those wins in the college ranks, but then when he got to the pros, he couldn't do it. Nick Saban couldn't do it. But look at Nick Saban now in Alabama, all those wins. It's totally different. And Urban Meyer's going to find out it's going to be a different beast in the NFL.
So he says he doesn't see a lot of the difference actually on the field, but obviously there's a lot more that comes with it in the NFL. Rex, what do you think his toughest challenge will be?
Well, first off, welcome to the men's league. You're going to find out real quick there's a huge difference. Look, there's no doubt this man can flat out coach.
Yep.
He can flat out coach. But it is night and day difference. Why do coaches come into the league and quit after a year, don't even make it a full year? I can give you two examples of that. Lou Holtz and the dude that quit on the Falcons, whatever his name is. But anyway, I mean, it happens all the time. It's a different league. It's a different mindset. There's no gimmies in here. You can't schedule a victory. Hey, you know what? I'm going to drop down a level 1AA. Ain't no 1AAs in this league.
Yeah, he's going to have to think twice about you know, how easy it was. I can see that now. Yes. Well, let's get back to the Steelers, the one that's just near and dear to our hearts. What do you think this new blood is going to do this year?
This year, like I was referencing before, we have a top-notch running back in Najee Harris. Najee Harris, he came from Alabama. A lot of people in Ohio hate Alabama because, you know, Alabama, Ohio State starting to become a little rivalry. But he came from Alabama, and he's really, really good. I mean, he's proven already in the several games and in practices that, you know, he was money well spent. Behind a new offensive line and a really good quarterback, you know, Ben's not elite anymore, but he's still a very good quarterback. He's a wily veteran. That this new blood will learn from the old heads, and they'll become champions. I truly believe that.
So they may just come sneak up on Roethlisberger then.
I don't think it's gonna be so much a sneak as people think. People are counting him out. You know, just like, you know, Ali when he was on the rope. You know, he came back rope-a-doping. So
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
I think Roethlisberger's on the ropes right now, and I think he's gonna knock a few people out and prove them wrong that he's too old.
I'm sure. But then we also need to take into account all of the injuries. I mean, the personal injuries as well as the on-field injuries. I mean,
Yes.
look at that stupid motorcycle accident that he had.
Roethlisberger and wants to throw it. That throws it long down the field. Beautiful butterfly. Thrown by Big Ben. Ben Roethlisberger
Broke his jaw and nose.
multiple facial fractures.
I remember very few things about the accident. I remember seeing one car turn in front of me. I don't remember the car that hit me, but I remember the first car turning in front of me. And then the next thing I remember is being in the ambulance and asking them, "Is this really happening? Tell me it's just a bad dream."
And that was so long ago, and he's won a Super Bowl since then. So yeah, when you're young, you do dumb things, and I don't think that's as much to blame for his recent woes, because he did get hurt 2 years ago, and it takes a year for you to come back. Last year he even admitted at the end of the year, his arm felt like jello. He was throwing the ball too much. You know what I'm saying? And that's as you get older, your body doesn't come back as quick. So now he had a whole year off, and he hasn't thrown the ball as much. Now he feels fresher. And like I said, he doesn't have to depend on his arm as much now that we got a good running game. Not only in Najee Harris, but also in Jalen Samuels, who's backing him up, and Benny Snell. So we got a three-headed monster now that can help him, attain his goal.
I'm sorry. I'm just picturing him out there on the field with his little three-headed group there helping him out while he's on the little walker pushing his way down the field.
Now that's cold. Now that's cold.
I mean, come on. The injuries are just going to affect his body more and more the older that he gets. You got to figure, both of us are here in this medical field, medical setting, and we're looking at it like we're having the optimism. Yes, we have the optimism, but we both know. Looking at our vets here, looking at my own boyfriend here, strong, strapping man, 6'4" when I met him. And then when all those injuries that he took when he was much younger started catching up to him. Yes. And now he's barely 6'2". He's hunched over so much it hurts so bad.
You're right, but injuries are just a part of the game. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get hurt. Whether you're young or old, it's how you manage it. And I think that with Mike Tomlin, one of the best coaches in the NFL, I truly believe that he knows how to manage his personnel to the point that he won't overwork him this year.
Well, that is all the time we have for Sports Talk. Join us next week, same time, same channel. And remember, to catch replays of Sports Talk, like, follow, and subscribe VoiceProofed on VoiceProofed.com, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thank you. This has been your host, DeLisa.